Hello, good morning, everyone. Welcome to our session of the program called as Back on Track. So, in today's program, we are going to the most of the exercise that we are going to do today is a combination of posterior chain activations plus a bit of mobility and cool down just to set you up for the upcoming next session, which is mostly going to be a recovery session for us on the next Friday. Uh, Today, what we are doing is working a little bit on the hip mobility part, a little bit of the posterior chain stretches, a little bit of core work. Most of the exercises that we are doing today have already been done. In case if you have a Thera loop or a band, please feel free to grab it and use them in today's exercise as and when required, so that you're actually progressing the exercises to the next level and activate your posterior chain and fire them up. Okay, so let's start with the first warm up, that is called as a hip cars, and which is the mobility exercise for your hip joint. Again, stand with the feet hip width apart, lift off your one leg up to 90 degrees, toe pointing down, and try to push 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In case if this is difficult for you guys to balance, you can hold it somewhere and then do it. We are just doing the external rotation. In case if your hip mobility is very much restricted, also taught you the hip cars complete version, which is this. Then you internally rotate, you go back and go down. Then you extend, externally rotate, and come back. That's the complete hip card. Okay, so I hope you have finished your first rep, first set. Now you start on the opposite side. You can go for just external rotations and come back. External rotation, abduction and 90 and come back. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. There you go with a good hip mobility. The next thing is we are going to quickly stretch our calf muscles. For that, you might need a wall, or you can also use a chair just to place your feet against the object. Okay, I'm gonna also teach you a lunge calf stretch today. So you're gonna go place your one feet in the front and you bend the front knee a little. At the same time, I want you to not bend the knee or the leg, which is at the back. Shift your weight in the front. Do not lift your heel there. Okay, so keep it all grounded. Okay, do not bend the knee. Just make it straight as possible, and get that good stretch on your left calf. Keep holding there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This will also fire your quads on the front if you're pushing and coming back. And 10. Good job, guys. Just switch. Right leg at the back, left leg in the front. Stretch as much as possible. Do not raise your heel. Keep it all planted down on the mat. And do not bend the knee. Keep it straight. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. The next quick exercise that we are going to do is the favorite of all of us. That is the child's pose to cobra pose. Okay, so let's start. Go in a quadruped position. Try to touch your buttocks to the heel. Sit down there. Do not hold the breath and then go to the cobra pose and breathe out. Stretch as much as possible. Feel a good stretch on your low back. Get an amazing exercise for the hip flexibility, your back flexibility. You're gonna stretch those QL, your lats muscle. You're also mobilizing your facet joints and letting them move. Breathe out. Let's do 3 reps more. Breathe out. Good job, guys. There we have finished our warm up for today's session. Let's begin with the first and very easy exercise, glute bridge. Now, in case if you guys have a Thera loop or a band, you can grab the band and just wear it above your knees. Okay, so you wear the band through your legs and just put the band above your knees. Okay, you might start with a lighter band initially. As you progress through the weeks, you can keep increasing the resistance of the band. Okay, so which will actually help us to activate that gluteus medius, that is the posterior chain, a very very important single leg stability muscle to an amazing extent. Okay, so grab the band, feel free to just put it above your knees. Okay, and now I want you to lie down face up. We're gonna do glute bridges. Very very easy exercise, but in case if you're using a band this time, the only thing that you guys have to remember is to push the band outside. Keep the band stretched. The band will have a tendency of pulling your knees towards each other. Do not allow that, so keep it activated and keep it all tight. Okay, again let's do the core activation. Tuck in, brace the tummy up. Do not move your shoulders, stay as relaxed as possible, and get to know the difference between how to move your lumbar spine as separate as possible from your thorax. Okay, so that's when you actually gain a lot of muscle memory as well as the mind body control, and which is called as a lumbo pelvic dissociation or thoracolumbar dissociation understanding. Okay, hands on the side, chest a little up, engage that push, keep pushing the scapula down onto the mat, tuck in, do a posterior pelvic tilt, squeeze the buttocks, stretch the band outside in case if you're wearing a band, squeeze the buttocks and go up. There you go. 1, 2, 3, amazing. 4. For the second set, you can also add a little bit of dumbbell weight here. Let's start with a 2.5 or 5 kg dumbbell in case if you have. Please feel free to grab it and do it. 2 more reps. 9, 10. Good job. Let's do a hamstring bridge and then come back to the glute bridge. The only change that is going to happen from the glute to hams is you're gonna go on heels and a little far. Okay, now make sure you're not wearing socks or your legs are not slipping off the mat, which is happening in my case. So make sure it's not happening, otherwise you're gonna work more on the hamstring. Okay, so which is actually a good thing if you want to progress, but in case if you're losing the balance, your core is not active, you might feel a little bit of load going to the low back, which we don't want. Okay, again, hands on the side, scapula into the mat, keep pushing, do a posterior tilt, squeeze the buttocks, press the heel, stretch the band, and go up. 1, 2, 3, hands on the side, 4, 5, 6, 7. Feel that glute burn, feel that hamstring burn. 9, one more. 10. Keep that spine as stable as possible. Let's do the glute bridge one more set. In case if you have a dumbbell of 2.5 kg or 5 kg, make sure you can hold the dumbbell here. And now imagine you're pushing that weight, pushing that dumbbell exactly in this form, okay? So you need to push and throw that object away from your spine, exactly not into the air or towards the ceiling, but at a 45-degree angle. Okay? Again, squeeze and up. 1, 2, roll over your shoulder. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Tuck in, do not lose that. 9 and 10. Let's do a quick hams bridge and then we'll move to the next exercise, okay? You're gonna tuck in again, shoulder blades into the mat, hands on the side, press the heel down, and then just go up. 1, relax, and 2, and 3, 4, 5. Stay as up as possible, thrust so that you can also generate a good amount of power through your posterior chain. Okay, you guys would have finished. 8, 9, and 10. Keep that core tucked in and active. Relax. Here we have finished our second exercise. Let's take a short 10-second break and then we'll move to next exercise. Please feel free to sip some water or wipe off that sweat in case if it is there. Okay. Into the break time, we can always do a diaphragmatic breathing exercise. I'm gonna do a 5 reps of that to replenish all that oxygen into the body so that my muscles are not starving. Good job. Now, let's start the next exercise. Again in quadruped position, we are going to engage that glutes and do something called as a donkey kick. Okay, it's an amazing exercise for understanding your spine mobility as well as stability component. In case if it is uh, possible for you to balance, you can progress this exercise by doing an alternate hand reaches too. Okay, so get into a quadruped position where your weight is shifted on all the 4 limbs equally. Okay, And now what you're going to do is do not arch there, do not do this. Just be into a concept called as neutral spine, which is the first thing that we have learned at the start of this program. Okay, so go into neutral spine, engage that core. Okay, and now lift one. You can just kick in this way in case if your balance is not bad. You can go all the way, but just do not arch the back like that. Okay, be as stable as possible. You can also do an alternate reach as a progression for calling a Superman exercise. 5, 6, maintain the balance. 7, 8, keep your neck down and tucked in. 9, 10. Let's go on the opposite side now and engage that glutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make sure you're not losing the balance. Squeeze the buttocks and go up. 6. Keep the spine as stable as possible. 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job, guys. Amazing work. Let's do one more exercise, that is a tabletop hold. Again, working towards your core. So lie down, face up. In case if you have that dumbbell with you right now, also use that when you're doing a tabletop position hold. If a normal tabletop position hold is easy for you. Okay, so in that way, we actually progress on our strength and the activations of the core. Okay, now you can hold that dumbbell in your hand like this and keep pushing the dumbbell towards the ceiling. Okay, that's the cue, I would say. Okay, now again, let's go and do a tabletop hold position for 10 seconds. So grab that dumbbell, keep pushing it towards the ceiling, do a posterior tilt, 1, 2 up, 1, 2 up, and keep pushing the dumbbell. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly come down and relax. Let's do 5 reps of this. Again, do not lose the core. In between the reps, you can relax. Okay, again, tuck in, hands up, keep pushing towards the ceiling. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Remember, do not cross your knee joints to your hip joint line. Okay, so in that case, you're gonna use the mechanical advantage, and then the lumbar spine is going to be flat on the mat and not by using the core muscle activation. Okay, let's do the third rep. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do 2 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do 1 more. Keep pushing that dumbbell or a plate that you have in your hand towards the ceiling. Go tucked in. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There you go. Good job, guys. We have one last exercise for the day today. That is a cool down exercise. Before that, I'm going to take a short 10-second break, okay? Okay, let's cool down. For the cool down, we have a very, very easy exercise. That is a cat and camel. Again, in the first sessions of our this program, we have already learned this exercise, but I'm going to quickly revise it for you. Go in a quadruped position where your weight is equally distributed on all the four, where your shoulders and wrists are aligned, your hips and knees are aligned. Okay, shift the weight properly. Now start with the neck movement first, okay? Start looking down. Now push your thorax up, your navel towards the ceiling. Slowly go in a posterior pelvic tilt. Now you reverse, go in anterior pelvic tilt. Your navel towards the mat. Keep pushing. Slowly the lumbar movement has ended. Now come to the thorax. Keep pushing the chest towards the mat. And then now slowly look up. Focus on every segment of your spine moving through the range. The order is very, very simple. You're going to go for the pelvis, then the lower lumbar, the upper lumbar, come to the thorax. Keep pushing the chest towards the mat now. Slowly go to the upper thorax, and then comes the neck. One more, and then we are done. Good job, guys. Amazing work today. So, there we are at the end of our session, today's session, and in which we have mostly, done the exercises which you all guys know already, but we have progressed it in case if you have your dumbbells or therabands with you. Also, the most of the exercises today was involving your posterior chain. For the next session, make sure you're having a foam roller with you so that I will be teaching you certain exercises with the foam roller. Some of them are completely as a recovery part of these week or the exercises that you would have been doing at home. In case if you have any doubts or any questions, please feel free to drop them in the comment box, okay? And let's see you in the next session, okay? Bye bye. Have a good day, guys.